Alright, ladies and gentlemen, got a little bit worked on in the car today. Put some fans in there. They're not mounted the correct way for alumina, but you know what? Not too worried about it. There's some clearance in there. Hopefully all this stuff stays intact. So, and they move some air. That there would be the passenger side, one alone. And then they're actually kind of moving that bottle a little bit, but I don't know if you can see it in the video, but that's blowing smoke really fucking hard. So they draw some power. That's just the fans going, no fuel pump, nothing like that. So yeah, that's just a little update. Got about 6 days to go before this thing runs again. Got new wraps for the door, thanks to broadhead decals. Going with a Second Amendment theme this round. So number will be 831, but if you look, this number here actually has like a Confederate flag in it. The 31 or the 3 has kind of like a camouflage along with the number 1 there, and then right there is like the butt of a good old AR. You can see the foregrip there. So you'll be able to see a little better once the wraps get on. It's basically, I'm pro Second Amendment, so if you like, you know, bacon, beer, and guns, I guess I'm, you know, the channel to be following. Would like to get a little dirty. Derby cars, race cars, base competitions. The family's not here right now. They're kind of at home, staying cool, while I'm here getting some work done. So I guess we'll see how this goes in next Saturday. I gotta do a little work in the rear. Not this side, but the other side. I gotta fix the trailing arm, so I might as well just reinforce this side here too. Because as you see, that door is pushed in pretty hard. Maybe you can't see. But. So. Well, like the wife says, I did move my GoPro down a little bit, so you should be able to see a little better. Move my fuel pump forward, so hopefully you guys don't hear the fuel pump going the whole time. If I have time, I want to add a brace from my halo upright back to my tank protector, just because this door is coming in a little bit more than what I'd like it to. Same with the other side there. But this here, actually, this part here should be out here more, kind of wrapped around. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a piece of thin metal and weld it to my trunk lid that's tucked to my quarter panel. Hopefully it will help hold it together. But other than that, it's coming up. My rails are already folded in. I don't know if I'm going to put a back bumper on this or not. I doubt it. I'm going to take that quarter panel and fold it in. Then maybe take a strap from here and go around. But hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to get this pulled out of here. I just gotta move the wife's car real quick and get some stuff cleaned out. My cherry picker, my seat for my hatchback. But hopefully tomorrow she'll be outside and I can get more of a walk around for you guys. So I guess if you guys want to see anything special or have any questions about my build, leave them in the comments. I'll try to respond back as soon as I can. But this next week I'm going to be busy working on this thing, getting it ready for Minter Point. But all I know is I'm excited. This is probably the most excited that I've been. I haven't ran this show in about 3-4 years now, because the promoter that was there, they didn't like weld stuff. They wanted all stock. Basically, if you welded your bumper on, they questioned it. So I stopped running for him. I was nice 2 years ago. I went to the guy's driver's meeting. He was supposed to be taking driver's advice. And basically I asked him, you know, to add a class or whatever, and he straight up told me, F you. It's not happening. So I worked all day, got off work, ran to his driver's meeting, sat there for like an hour and a half, basically wasted my time. So I'm like, alright, fine, no problem. So, but this promoter is a heck of a lot better. Thank you, Kara Fields and Scott Hooks at Hooked on Motorsports. All my sponsors, man, I got so many. Mainly Zur Engineering for this badass cradle shifter and his old pedal setup. This isn't his new one. He does have a better one. Trying to block the sun there for you guys can kind of see. This is his old setup. He does have a new one. So that's Zur Engineering. Reading this Derby Supplies, man. You guys came through. Thank you, Joe. Steering column all the way to the steering rack. That trans cooler. And my custom made fuel cell. There may or may not be something else on this car from you, but I can't remember. That basically does it for the inside. Oh, and my rear tires. Thank you, reading this from RDS. And then Cody Knuth, man, thank you for helping me when I was in a bind. If you guys don't know, I ordered some tires through Junior's Derby Depot. The rims were completely effed. They would not fit on this car. So Cody, last minute, got a hold of him. He's like, dude, don't worry about it. I got you hooked up. Just bring the tires and some cash. And he hooked me up with this badass set of tires, man. Not only that, but I'm also running Cody Knuth's lower control arms and struts. These are built struts. They're not going to bend. I'll be absolutely amazed if they bend. Drew Hall, man, I know you're kind of out of the game right now with your injury and back surgery and all that stuff, but again, thank you for cutting my intake. Even though it's kind of for nothing since I'm not running the distributor right now. But you made sure my intake was true. Edward Zorba, thank you for letting me borrow your carburetor. And among other things, I mean, I've honestly forgotten what you've loaned me, gave me, borrowed me, kind of traded me. You know, it's kind of hard, man. We've been friends for how long now? Big Craig, thank you for this awesome switch panel. I know you're no longer making them. I guess it's Sanchez Speed Shop now. That makes that switch panel. Randy's headers. I know there's mixed emotions on that situation. I'm not going to get into that. I didn't have a problem with them. I know there's a couple people that did, but I'm not going to get into that. Broadhead decals, man. You never disappoint. You did my original door wraps from Richland Center. Came out absolutely amazed. And got a hold of you and you hooked me up again. Well, didn't completely hook me up. I mean, I did pay for them, so. But that's all good. Because you did an absolutely amazing job on this final, man. You guys will see my door wraps probably later this week. Kenneth Ring, thank you for hooking a brother up with a radiator when I was kind of in a bind. I don't know if you got YouTube. I don't know if you'll see this, but thank you anyways. I think I'm out of people to thank, but this might be my last run. Been doing this crazy sport since I was 18. I'm 34 now, just have a little bit bigger priorities. I got the chance to sell this car after Mineral Point to a guy. As long as he comes through, it's sold. I can't pass up the deal. Giving him a heck of a deal too. But if he doesn't come through, it's all good. I mean, it's gonna suck, but I'll make do with what I can. But that's basically my car. My equipment, my sponsors. Oh, NLR. I forgot about you, man. Jonathan Muse. I won Mad Dog in Richland Center last year and got a $100 gift card. And I'm running his tie rods. My stock one down here, it's kind of straight now. But it was kind of U-shaped. So I got a set of built tie rods. Had some issues with his ball joints. I don't know if anybody out there is looking for a set of Moog Problem Solver ball joints. They are the ones that you need to ream the struts. Well, if you're looking for them, let me know. You can find me on Facebook, Robert Lindeman, and we can talk. I mean, I know they're kind of cheap ball joints or tie rod ends, but right now they're just sitting right there. You can kind of see the shininess right there above my finger. But they're just sitting over there. I have no use for them. Otherwise, I'm just going to toss them in with the guy that's potentially buying this. I'm running 3/4 inch Heim joints now, just because they were easier to figure out for me. Oh, Edward, the seat. That's another thing that you loaned me. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is almost a 13-minute video. I'm going to send it to my old lady and she can get it posted up on YouTube. We'll get some links on Facebook. I don't know how much more updating this week we're going to be doing, just because I'm going to be busy. Wife's going to be taking care of the kids. Thank you, honey, so much for being understanding. I know it's kind of a pain in the butt come this time of the year where I'm busy in the garage and not totally there for you, but I really do appreciate you. You step up in so many different ways. It's ungodly. I don't know what I would do without you, babe. This crazy ass sport. But I really do appreciate you taking care of the kids, the house, working with all this COVID-19 bull crap going on, and me basically losing my job, and you stepping up to the plate and making some income for the house. But alright, ladies and gentlemen, have a good week. I will try getting a few more updates. Like when I do the rear end, I'll work on getting some videos or something like that. But I think I'm going to close this video out, close the garage down, go home and spend a little more time with the family. Love goes out to everybody that subscribed, liked, shared. Let's get this channel blown up, people.